Hey guys, thanks for clicking on my video. Guys, happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday evening and I wanted to come really quick with a quick, I'm just going to say like infotainment, three moms-ish update. Really quick, I want to talk about Real Housewives first for just a minute. Did any of you guys see Michelle ATL Brown this weekend with Apollo and Peter? If you have not seen it, I'm going to link the video below. I will have a couple of scenes in here, but you guys have got to go watch it. Apollo, you get to see his girlfriend or wifey, as they say. Peter's calling her wifey. I don't know if they're married yet or not. I mean, are Apollo and Phaedra actually really divorced? I mean, I don't really know, but let me tell you, he was not holding back about what he had to say about Candy and Todd. So basically, I'm sure if you watch Atlanta, you guys all remember when Apollo and Phaedra fell out. And he was getting ready to go to jail, and he came to the house, and they were in the garage, and it looked like Apollo was going to hit Phaedra. Remember that? Okay, so fast forward the next episode or a couple episodes after Apollo went to jail, some of his belongings and alleged items that he possibly purchased while he was doing illegal activity were in Candy and Todd's garage. So Phaedra goes over there. Phaedra sees the items in the garage. She calls it out to Candy. It's on TV. Federal officers went over there. They confiscated the items in there. And, you know, I guess maybe he had an old school. I'm not sure. But he had some items. I think he had a motorcycle.
What about it?
Did you get your stuff out of Candy's garage? That's what they want to know.
No, the feds got that shit, man. They sold me out, man. Come on, man. They weren't even supposed to talk about that stuff.
What happened, Apollo?
Who's trying to do? First of all, if I come to you like Peter, if I can't, the only reason the feds came to your house, Peter, about the old school was because Phaedra snitched on me, told them motherfuckers that he had shit at your house. You told me that the feds came to your house, right?
Yo, but I moved that shit. I didn't give it to them.
Right, I know. But listen, when my stuff, if I came to you and said, hey, put my stuff here, it's hush hush. You ain't supposed to say nothing. You're supposed to go on national TV saying, hey, we holding this for Apollo just for a storyline. Come on, man. You sold me out, dog. You know you sold me out.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, listen, hold my shit because of XYZ. Why are you going on national TV with how many viewers? 4 million people?
And so, by the way, one of the haters. What do you think we should do with it?
oh yeah, y'all. Come on, hey, listen. Apollo shit's over here. He's in jail. I don't know what's going on with him and Phaedra, but shit. What you think we should do with it? We should auction this shit. Should we? We got a new Corvette. We're trying to move in here, and his shit's holding up the garage.
You know, Kenny gonna be mad as fuck at you, my nigga, for saying all of this shit.
She already mad at me, so it's
not about being mad. I'm telling the truth. I'm not having shade. I'm just saying it was wrong. Maybe at the time they didn't understand the magnitude. This is what I will say. Let's rectify it so that let's be adults.
Okay. Do you still talk to them?
Huh?
Do you still talk to them? Have you spoken to them?
I reach out sparingly.
Okay.
Right? There's some things that I need from Candy and Todd that I've asked them for, and I'm still waiting. Todd has told me that they're going through some I won't say challenging times.
He had some things that were worth some money, and apparently those items were lost because he's paying restitution, I'm assuming. He was doing financial crime, so there was money that had to be paid back, right? So anyway, he did not hold back, basically saying that, they basically screwed up. Like, if I'm asking you to hold something for me, that I'm like not with my ex-wife. Why would you even let her in the garage? And I guess he felt like because Todd had just gotten his Corvette and wanted to garage his Corvette, it just was convenient for them to maybe drop a dime, for them to kind of like, oh, well, look what's here. And of course, Phaedra was pissed because she's like, that's my husband. You're my friend. You're holding illegal stuff. I'm a lawyer. That stuff doesn't need to be in here. And, that kind of. So Apollo was mad. Apollo was also somewhat drunk. His girlfriend was drunk. It was a hot mess. So I'm going to link. There's a full of the interview, which I think they were on for over 3 hours. The video is 3 hours plus long. I'll link both, but she also did kind of chunk the part that's most juicy to see, and that will be listed first. So check that out because and Apollo, obviously he served his time. He looks healthy and looks good. I don't know what's going on with him though. I mean, I feel like he was a bit sauced. I got the vibes that he was on something else, but he's got to be on some type of parole, I would assume. I don't know if he's free and clear now, but honestly, I allegedly got some different vibes. He was very, very kind of high strung, talking a lot, but maybe he was that way anyway. They also were talking about an associate of his from his first case. And apparently, this person is running for a government office in Georgia. And apparently, maybe she's gotten her background scrubbed, and maybe these people didn't know that she was involved in these crimes, potentially, allegedly, with Apollo. So I'm not really sure. Peter brought it up. So Michelle, someone in the chat, of course, asked about it. Michelle asked about it. Peter knows her. He said she's his friend. Apollo was like, absolutely not. This girl is not your friend. You don't know her like that. I'm going to tell you about her. She's the one, and I don't want to say her name, but if you watch the video, they will say her name. And Peter's saying that that's his friend. He knows her. That's the one who tried to say that Phaedra was involved in the whole thing. And Phaedra was like, absolutely not. I wasn't involved. So check it out. It's juicy. I was here for it. I was just like, oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. I'm sure Phaedra will not be commenting. I wouldn't, and she's an attorney. She knows better. So, okay, guys, next we're going to talk about the three moms. So, three moms, a lot happened last week. We know that Chrissy moved from Nevada to Texas. The big controversy is it Houston? Is it Austin? But before I'm going to talk about that, let me give you a quick update. Chrissy, Strong Mommy Chrissy, she struck my channel. So, a video that I put out last week, I'll put the thumbnail right over here. Or is it over there? I don't know. It's going to be somewhere. She struck my channel. So basically I guess she didn't like my video, I'm assuming. I don't know. I mean, it would be interesting to find out why she did it. But she struck my channel, and I'm waiting now for my appeal decision. So she was given 10 days to produce a legal document basically stating that she's suing me. So I'm assuming she's not. So no documents, I'm sure, will be had. So I'm going to even just go on a limb and say she's probably not going to even respond, which will nullify the strike, and I won't have a strike on my record. So, and what does that mean? Does it even matter? I mean, it means something because having a strike is not necessarily a great thing for your channel, but unless someone is actually suing you for stealing their content, We operate under something called fair use, and I've talked to you guys about it. If you're interested in knowing more about it, I would suggest just search it in the search bar up here. Fair use, it gives you, and also you opt in and agree to fair use, even though fair use is a law, so we all operate under it anyway. But long story short, hopefully this time next week when I'm talking to you, it will be gone. But just to come back to that, Strong Mommy Chrissy obviously was not happy. And, I guess she feels like she's been getting a lot of flack from reactors. And, hey, maybe so. But when you have, like she says, 126K and counting, would you not expect for people to have conversation about your channel? I personally, I don't pick on Chrissy. I'm not talking about your appearance. I'm not, I don't talk about your kids. I don't talk about any of that stuff. I'm talking about what you presented in the video. So that being said, last week, her final move, if you hear a moaning, that's my dog. She moved from Nevada to Texas. All of a sudden, we find out that she says that the address on her registry was wrong. How it was wrong, where it's a whole nother city and a city that's like 300 miles away, you wouldn't notice that until people noticed, like, hey, are you in Houston or are you in Austin? So basically, she says she's in Austin. We all think she is in Houston. Why? Her registry said Houston. Her second registry that was supposed to fix the original mistake said Houston. She came to Houston for business. So did she put money down on an apartment the whole time? We know she did get evicted, but was the whole I lost an apartment thing a ploy or some kind of skit to pull at her subscribers' heartstrings to get money to help her move again? I mean, what was that whole thing? Was business securing an apartment? Or was business really this meet and greet and you guys connecting or whatever? So we don't really know, but something was up. And another reason that I feel like a big question mark as to why Chrissy is in Houston versus Austin is because you and Jasmine, and I'm talking to you, Chrissy, right now, if you're watching, are supposedly besties, good Judies, sisters, all of that. I know you just traveled across country, but I don't see Jasmine telling you that you can't come over because of coronavirus or COVID-19. But right now I'm giving you a little bit of leeway so you can use that as an excuse. So why haven't you been over there? I'm surprised that the first thing that you did or didn't do was to get into your apartment, and Jasmine was over there to help you unpack. I mean, that's what good friends do, and Jasmine's from Texas. I mean, that's when I lived in Texas, those were probably some of the most friendly people, helpful, welcoming people that I'd ever met. So I'm surprised that you live in the same city. We haven't seen one snap, one IG, no stories, nothing of you two together in Austin. I find that absolutely, period, hard to believe. I'm sorry. It's just not possible. Jasmine would have been over there in 5 seconds. As soon as you were pulling in, Jasmine would have been there. Okay? With the kids. I'm surprised she didn't pack up and come spend a couple days with you to welcome you and help you unpack, because that's just the vibe that I get. And I know Jasmine's also a Virgo like me. She's probably super helpful, and clearly she loves her friend. I mean, you guys express such closeness and friendship. You call her a sister. Why have we not seen you guys together? Is it because you're actually really in Houston with another mom? Okay, so Jasmine, I'm gonna leave that all right there. Last thing, Chrissy, did you get your phone fixed? I know she dropped her phone during a live. I don't really know. I haven't really been paying attention. I know she put another video out about the move, and I'm glad you guys made it there safely. You got into your place. The place looks really nice. The kitchen looks really nice. I hope you guys settle in, and, enjoy, where you are, and enjoy your new spot. I'll leave that right there. So as far as Jasmine is concerned, I know Jasmine put a video out saying that she went to the ER. She talked about she's suffering from depression. One thing I can say, Jasmine, and I don't know if anyone's told you this, but anxiety leads to depression and depression leads to anxiety. So depending on what your situation was, anyone who would, number one, during a pandemic, visit an emergency room who has 4 small children, girl, don't do that again. Don't do it. You could have picked something up in that emergency room, bring that home to your kids, and you'll have a lifetime of regret. Don't do an e-visit. Unless you are bleeding and it's life-threatening, don't do that, because, this is not a time to play around. I mean that wholeheartedly. If you were having an anxiety attack, because you feel like you are depressed and your depression is leading you to have like a tachycardia and feeling like maybe you're about to have a heart attack, because your anxiety is so high, then it may be time to take a little break. It may be time to share a little less, not be so forthcoming with all of your information, and maybe stick to like cook with me, clean with me, daily routine, and not tell so much of your business. But hey, this is just me. I react on what you put out there. If you put out there clean with me's, then I'm going to be talking about Mrs. Meyer's cleaning stuff. Or I'm going to talk about like, oh, wow, she really did a great job getting her house together. Or, oh, she did a power hour. That's awesome. But if you're going to talk about this, that, and the third, then I'm going to discuss this, that, and maybe the third. I don't know, but I'm going to leave that right there. So, you are in control over what the reactors talk about. And if you give the reactors something to talk about that causes you stress, I would suggest maybe changing the subjects. That's just my advice. Now, regarding Olivia, I'm going to say I don't have a whole lot to talk about because I did not watch her a whole lot. And what I did see, I felt like she was kind of talking about me. Why would I say that? Because, there's a little bit of history there, but I've never been unfair with Olivia. Everyone, I got reamed quite a bit because people like always felt like Olivia was my favorite and I was soft on Olivia. And, I turned Tasha to a TMR, to a Olivia fan, why she would think I talk crap about her, I don't know. Why I did the last video, because you were talking about me. You talked about me, you said things about me, and I needed you to understand what part I play in this whole thing and where we are. Now, you said you still like me, you said you still F with me, and that's cool, and I feel the same way. At the end of the day, you are a channel that I react on. I don't have anything personally against you. I never talked about your wedding. I don't talk about your weight. I don't talk about your husband. As a matter of fact, we really enjoyed living with the Webbs. That's how I started reacting on your channel. Now, when you guys say, oh, well, they're really fans. I mean, most reactors start reacting on shows or channels because they are into that program or they're into that channel. So for you to kind of say it as if it's a negative, that's on you, and you say things however you want to. It's really of no circumstance to me, because this is my channel and this is what I do on my channel. I react to channels that I watch. And that's just basically it. I do not bash you. I would like for you to find when I've said something specifically bad about you. And maybe I have. You haven't been completely innocent of talking about me. But at the end of the day, you know what? You respect the hustle. I respect your hustle. At the end of the day, I talk about sometimes there are competing facts. Let's just say it that way. There's one fact this day, there's one fact that day, there's facts that we know from the past. And just because someone brings it up doesn't mean that they're bashing you or talking crap about you. So, however you want to look at it, it's really entirely up to you. But I'm watching, I'm reacting, and I appreciate you watching. So, thank you for coming through. And, we're just going to keep moving on. Overall, the three moms, I feel like it was a pretty decent week for the three moms. Nobody was, everybody seemed to be winning, right? Olivia got back together with Gerard. Gerard's back in the house. He looks happy. She looked happy. When they're happy, the kids are happy, and that's a beautiful thing. Jasmine, like I said, Jasmine, why are you and Chrissy not hanging out? She's probably hanging out with Ming, but Ming can't show it because, or they can't show it because they're playing that she's in Austin, which we know, Chrissy, you're not in Austin. We know that. Then, really quick, I'm going to spend 2 minutes on this. They decided to go live. Well, it was interesting. The callers were, you guys did that. Whoever was calling in, whoever was asking the questions, whoever was in the chat. I didn't even really watch the live the first night. I started watching it afterwards after I realized that there were just like some priceless gems of comedy in that live. Also, if you guys need a tutorial, Tasha and I will be happy to walk you through how to operate StreamYard. As you know, my colleague and I have been going live for almost a year and a half now, doing a very similar format. And it's just funny how
I don't have no reason to lie, and I don't have no reason to kick it. So
Okay.
everything on my channel is factual.
Okay.
Unless somebody hears it from Gerard that I'm lying about something, please don't question me, because nobody else was living in my house other than me and Gerard.
Okay.
Oh, and my kids.
So how are you doing otherwise? Because we see you in Florida. I mean, are you happy? I mean, that's a question coming from me. I mean, are you as happy? Like, are you happier in Florida now? Or, I mean, do you miss your life in Texas?
Nope. I'm very happy here. I'm going through everything I'm going through, but I'm very happy here.
Okay. So you're happy with your decision?
Yeah.
Okay. So does anyone else have any questions while we have Olivia?
Well, Olivia, I mean, girl, I wish you all the luck in the world, baby. And as far as what's going on,
all I ask people, I'm sorry, Tasha.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
I understand where everyone's coming from, but you guys got to do your reaction videos. But if you could not talk about super fucking personal shit, like family shit, that would be great. Just don't. Like, there's common decency in all of us, and just have a heart and just don't do that shit. Because, like you said, it doesn't belong on YouTube, and other people don't need to be talking about it because nobody knows but the people involved. So
I'm gonna keep it 100 though, baby. I don't know nothing personal to say. You know.
I'm not talking about you. Tasha.
Okay. Oh. And I know, Francois. I mean, Olivia, you can't control the world. You can only control you. So what you don't want spoke of, don't put it out there. Period.
This is funny. Tasha, I'm just gonna put it like that. So everybody who knows. I mean, like Ming likes to say, check our resume, check the resume. So, we've been going live for a long time together, paneling, inviting guests on. It's well documented. There's some lives on this channel, but most of my lives live on my vlog channel where I have my own content, where I vlog with my family and people can get to know me. So using that argument, guys, that people don't have their own content, well, you know what? That doesn't really hold water because we all do. And this is my second channel, which now, thankfully, is monetized. And I'm so happy about that. it was a major win for me this week, to be able to hit the 1,000 subscriber mark, which opens up many gateways. And, at the end of the day, I want to thank you out there, the subscribers. Thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, for being super interactive, for just being there and enjoying this content. And I'm going to ask you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoyed this update, go ahead, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Comment down below. So tell me what you think of what we talked about. Last, go ahead, hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time I put up a video. I will see you again in the next video, and have a good evening. Bye.